We can pick another cornerstone. Oh my. So we do have how many logs? We don't have many. So it seems like we're always running out of wood, but I'm not sure actually where we're putting all of it. But out of these, let's take woodcutter sprayer again, why not? And by the way, woodcutters, just pray you get the good dangerous glade again, because you have the permission to open up the next one, as it's a new season already. Now the trading options we have here, we don't want to give up our skewers just yet. We will stop favoring the beavers. Are you guys making any tools? No, because there is still no crystallized dew. But I'm really hoping we can get some crystallized dew from here. In addition, to make this work, we'll need some sort of rainwater collector. It's fine because they can use any kind of rainwater. I will put the collector right next to the brickyard. And also we need some workers to start collecting grain for the brickyard. Okay, we opened up the next dangerous glade, and what is waiting us here? So now we have a bunch of cabbages. Well, again, fertile soil, a rain mill, a medium abandoned cache, and fuming machinery. This is a very familiar event. And if we fix the machinery, it would give us 10 clearance water per minute. Or we would just take it down, in which case we would get a bunch of parts. The thing is, we don't have any pottery or water skins or barrels that we can spare, so I think this one will be taken apart. If we don't do it, then the consequence will be that destroys gathering nodes and trees and kills villagers within a 5-field radius. Yeah. And when it comes to which resource we might want to use, probably want to use planks for it actually. And it is currently the drizzle season, so it does require a lot of drizzle water. We'll have it go into the clearance season, right? Because it does not take much time to take down. Let's wait for the newcomers to join us, because we're lacking workers at the moment. Hasn't been such a problem in a while, but now we are in this situation. We'll have to wait for new people to come to us. I'm also considering where we could build our next earth. And this new area that we just opened up seems like a good candidate. Yeah, like the more I think about it, these parts are amazing. Okay, new people are eager to join our settlement. And this time, even though there are more people with 4 humans and 2 beavers, I'm leaning towards actually the 2 lizards and 3 humans. Because of the tools they bring along. It's a little bit of a bait, I think. Because we need humans for the farm and so on. Okay, so we'll accept still the larger amount of villagers. And the plan was for them to use clearance water once the clearance season begins. And these 2 humans will be working here. So please tear it down. I just cannot have the fuming machinery running around here, killing everybody around. Okay, what is going on here? So rain collector is not being built because there are not enough parts. We will destroy this harvester's camp because we're not using it anyway at the moment. And we really need the parts, especially for the rain collector. Basically, the production of crystallized dew is dependent on it. Do we have another beaver? Yes, we do. Okay, so please, all the beavers start working on the crystallized dew so we can make more tools. So we can get more of the caches opened. Also, the order that wants us to open up 3 caches. We've only been able to do 1 so far. It's good to see that some of the villagers have their complex food needs fulfilled, because this means that there's 20% chance of doubling the yield with each production cycle. So a bunch of lizards are happily enjoying this bonus, or well, giving us this bonus, because we get all the goodies, right? So the fuming machinery will not actually start before the next clearance season, just because the rain collector is actually up and running now, which is a good thing. But I want the full season to be able to grab like 30 clearance water. It's good that we don't get any hostility with this setup, because we can go into the storm when solving this event. So you can see the planks are being delivered. 4 more planks are needed. There's 11 in the warehouse. Also, the carpenter has some things to do, because the stash for planks was already full, but now it's empty again. Okay, if somebody's making tools, things are working and coming along nicely. Oh, okay, the water is a bit slacking behind, but humans are really putting in an effort to do this faster. I mean, we can consider another rain collector a little bit later if this really becomes the bottleneck, but given that one set of crystallized dew is being produced in 42 seconds and the water, it takes 20 seconds. Yeah, I guess the water is still a little bit the place where we're hurting in terms of the need for optimization. And also now this fuming machinery event is going to be grabbing all the clearance water. At least in theory. Let's not take any risks. Let's rather just stop clearance water from being used by the brickyard. See, there's a few crystallized dews that are being cooked right now. We have enough tools to open up another medium's abandoned cache. We have 4 of them on the site. This one can also be a good one because of the codes for just opening up. The same goes for the tablets for this cache. The luxury, well, the trade goods. Okay, so we'll open up this abandoned cache next. Most likely the least exciting alternative rewards from this one. Okay, let's see if the humans are delivering some clearance water. It seems like they are. How much do we have in stash? Well, there's only 2 at the moment. Oh, I don't want to do the calculation if there's gonna be enough clearance water. Maybe we quickly build another rain collector just in case. And there's not enough parts. No, we'll be going for the hopeful strategy. So there's 2 minutes remaining. Let's say in 1 minute they can at max produce 4 times 3, 12 water. That should do it, yeah. Like mathematics kind of claims that we should be good. Food situation is relatively under control at the moment. Lizards keep eating everything they're given from the butcher. I would gladly put another lizard here to work in the butcher if possible. Trapper camps are also important, so just we'll be waiting for another lizard to join our settlement. We have 8 in total. So 2 in the butcher, 2 in each of the trapper camps. What about the rest of them? There should be 2 more lizards somewhere. So maybe we can get actually 1 out of the stone cutter camp. Because food is more important than stone at this point. And we also have 1 homeless, by the way. Let's build them a shelter. Okay, so let's check on the count of clearance water. So there's 10 on the way, 6 in the bank, 22, 20. Yeah, we should be able to make it. Unless the humans went on like on a really long break. Hello, trader. What do you have to offer us? Some things. We also have 30 amber that we can trade for something more useful. I'm thinking about clay. Just to make pottery in the brickyard. Because all the other things will not be grabbing some food this time. We could grab some pottery itself. Woodcutters moving 20% faster we can consider. But yeah, first let's grab the clay. How much is it worth? So 10 amber. Sure, we have enough of that. We can also get rid of our packs of provisions. Again, we are using them for trading. Let's keep them for the time being. Can we also grab the pottery? What are we gonna be doing with the pottery is the question. Let's just grab some clay, just in case, and have the woodcutters move faster. Of course, the biscuits. The biscuits. Who likes the biscuits? Of course, the humans and the beavers like the biscuits. We don't have any flour production. Now, do we want to gamble is the question, because if we were to grab the ability to produce biscuits in the mill, then the only thing we're missing is the ability to produce flour. And we don't have the flour recipe as of right now. Risky choice. I think let's leave it. Yeah, if we do get access to flour, then we'll do the necessary things, but right now it seems like yet another gamble. Yeah, everybody has a shelter now. The storm is approaching. We're at hostility level 3, so we'll be unassigning some woodcutters most likely. The final clearance water is being delivered. Also, this glade... Oh, actually, you know what? We got the... Okay, the amber is not there because everybody's... Like, people from this glade event are still delivering the amber. They will be able to deliver 10 amber. We'll just use it for the next time the trader comes to visit us. Didn't we just buy like 40 clay? Who is using it up? Are you guys trying to use clay for making bricks? Please don't. And please give them back. You did take it. So 35 clay. The clay we just got, we can basically trade it back for 12 amber. So it was a good deal anyway. So let's do that. We get access to another blueprint and we can pick between... Seems like our biscuit delivery line is not so unlikely anymore. I want to grab the small farm and start producing some grain out of it, so we can use the grain mill to make flour, and then we're just missing the houses to make the cookies or biscuits or whatever. And you know what? This trader is still here, which is perfect. We want biscuits to be produced in the grain mill. Of For that we need 5 extra amber. What do you want for 5 extra? Actually no, just 3. Let's be minimalistic. Let's trade in some packs of provisions. Thank you. And that will do it. So just on time. Everything came together. We'll be building the small farm over here. Also make the farm fields. And we'll set the farm to only grow the right stuff, which means grain in our case. Now we wanted to get rid of some of the woodcutters to get the hostility down. The only question is how many exactly do we need to remove. So that was exactly the right amount. 2 of them can remain working somewhere. Our wood situation isn't perfect, but yeah, well, let's have these 2 woodcutters work near the main warehouse. We'll be gaining access to biscuits in just a little bit. Now the brickyard wants to keep working, and for that we need to enable the clearance water option again, because fuming machinery already got all of the clearance water that it wanted. No. Ooh, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, I didn't expect us to not be able to do the fuming machinery in time. But it hopefully will not kill anyone, because nobody's working nearby. And their movement direction is towards the south and southeast. Yeah, we were just a minute too late to do this. Okay, just the water collection was so slow. Okay, but at least the brickyard is again producing some crystallized dew that will be used up by the beavers to produce tools. I will assign 3 beavers here for the time being. At the beginning of the next year we should get some extra beavers to fill up the empty slots in the woodcutter scams. Now beavers, why are you so unhappy? Why are you not happy enough? Let's put it this way. Where do we want to go next time? Like, we have an option to go for the dangerous glade, but given the position we are in right now, I mean, forbidden glade is also on the table. So it's either the dangerous glade on the right side here or the forbidden glade on the top. I think we'll go for the safe route and go for the dangerous glade. We're playing some resolve games again. But let's pause for a second. Let's pick the next cornerstone. So, woodcutter song is something we've been picking up constantly within the last few settlements, which would give us temporary resolve for every 20 felled trees. Grain production increases by 1 every 25 times it's produced. I'm not sure we're gonna be playing so long that it gives us a real advantage. Or gain 10 jerky for every pie produced. Yeah, let's go for the woodcutter song again. This will give us a relatively immediate win. And see we can sell off some of our insects for a relatively decent amount of amber. Okay, is it gonna kill the glade workers is my question. So we'll be able to find it out in around 20 seconds, and I'm kind of eager to see it. I will be able to put 2 humans to work in this small farm though, because they should be far enough not to be affected by the blast radius. So destroys gathering nodes and trees and kills villagers. It will clean up some area around it for us. Okay, the glade workers did not get impacted, but 2 human scouts died. Yeah, that is the cost of doing business here and being a bit slow. When will the new villagers arrive? They're almost here. Okay, given what we see here, let's have the woodcutters camp over there. And we're lacking one beaver, which we will hopefully get back in a moment's time. It was an ouch. So the next explosion would be like 10 field radius. At least the beavers can continue from where the two unfortunate humans. You did a good job, humans. You were just not quick enough, unfortunately. Okay, woodcutter camp. I will move you still closer to the dangerous glade. Please avoid glades for the time being, but cut towards this direction. Thank you. And now, when will the newcomers arrive? Because we really need some extra helping hands. Okay, thank you. You're here. So it's either 3 beavers, 1 human, 1 lizard, or 1 beaver, 4 lizards, and 1 human. We will take the 1 extra worker. And the beaver that we just got will be working in the woodcutters camp. So all the camps are fulfilled. We'll move you also closer to the destination. Now we have a few homeless people here. We will give you shelters, don't you worry. Come to the perfect place for having a shelter. We do not want to give the coats away. We do want them, like, to prevent them from being used at the moment. It's not a prime time for it. Now, how are you doing with the tools? Seems like it's a really successful production line at the moment. So we can pick our next cache that we want to open up, as the Queen's Impatience is also going quite quickly. We just got to 15 tools. So we'll open up the next cache, which will also give us the ability to actually finish up one of the orders. Is there any point to favoring the beavers? I don't think so. And none of the species are happy enough to actually give us reputation through high resolve. Now we will also be rebuilding this grain mill, because it will give us access to flour production, plus we got a little bit of an upgrade in the form of biscuits. Be a nice boost to our high level food production. What about you? Butcher is doing a good job producing a bunch of food, but there's none in the warehouse. It's all being eaten at the moment. Yeah, like, food is still an issue. So yeah, still wants to trade our coats away, which we are not happy about. This cache will also give us 20 amber. One thing we can consider is, like, if one of the, or if, for example, old Farlof comes, they don't really give us any goodies that we can use to boost the resolve even temporarily. I do want to build more small warehouses near these plantations and stuff. We have 6 parts. Probably want to build a warehouse over here. And then also, do we have enough stuff for the next hearth? Yes, we do. We want to have a little bit of spacing between the small farm and our hearth, but that should be a really good place for that. Okay. Time for the clearance season, which means more crops, more goodies to eat. Still, okay, it's done. The fuming machinery is gone. They're just picking up the remainder of whatever the machine was consisting of, bits and pieces. Now, in terms of trading, they still want our coats. We do want to give them the leather. Sure. We're not using much of it at the moment. It seems like some food is coming in slowly. Now, rain mill is completed. We can produce a bunch of stuff here. Let's focus on the biscuits and flour. We'll be making the flour out of grain only. And the biscuits will be made out of, oh, whatever they want really. Flour will limit to 200. Biscuits we will limit to 100 portions. Seems like humans like to make stuff here. Also the beavers, but now it just will be one human. Oh, and what do we have here? We have our biscuit and pie line, potentially completed by the bakery. Fascinating choice. We don't have any workers to work there anyway, so we'll just give it some extra time. Okay, so another cache got opened, I believe. We only have 2 caches to open up. But the tools are being built, so that will not be an issue. We'll gain all the reputation from there that we can. We will deliver this order that asked us to open up 3 caches, so we'll get a bunch of parts for new villagers and more ability to carry more stuff to the glade events. With villagers comes some hostility though, which should be countered by this new hearth. Also build a park around here and some extra roads so we can get the villagers living around this hearth as well. So who will be protecting the fire here? Probably a lizard. We have a bunch of lizards available. And now 2 humans will be working in addition to the one that we already had there in the rain mill. I guess it's a good time to actually pick up the bakery, because biscuits and pies are allowed by everyone. And this one rain mill will do its work. Will hopefully be enough to cover all the needs for flour. Now, where do we put you? Bakery should probably be nearby a warehouse, but not the main one this time. So we will leave 1 free space between the small farm and the bakery. We will have 2 lizards working here apparently, so they can make both biscuits and pies out of something. Well, we don't have any herbs at the moment. Probably we should switch around the production of this small plantation. Okay, actually they cannot produce herbs. So herbs will be only coming from the herb node. But I'm pretty sure they're being consumed by the makeshift host because they're being used to make the packs of provisions. Yeah, we might stop it for the time being because we already have a bunch of amber for the traders themselves. It's actually like 67 amber. We really need the extra herbs that we get from the large herb nodes to be redirected into the cooking business. Okay, so the storm is very close. How's the happiness? Actually, the lizards are really happy. That's good to see. I will move around again some villagers here so that this hearth can also give its bonus. So let's move 2 shelters from the second hearth over here. How many villagers are here now? So 18 out of 8. We can move 2 more buildings away from here. Try to make it look kind of decent at least. One will go over here. The road networks need to be improved. So how many villagers? We have 9 out of 8. Park is almost also done. Now let's take a quick look at the trade routes. Again, we do not want to give the jerky away, so nothing to trade. But we will stop the work of one of the woodcutters, which is not gonna be enough. What if we stop both of them? Also not enough. And there is nothing that we can sacrifice because we have so little wood at the moment. So what will the numbers tell us, by the way?